People that worked for John Brennan approached me while I was in my specialist training in the Navy.
I worked for Obama's National Security Advisor, General James Jones, for about 8 years for the development of social media psychological warfare.
We're talking about
social media psychological warfare. These two individuals, shall we call them, Mr. Berge and this woman Tory, are talking a load of nonsense. But there's something more about this that's bugging me. You see, the Shadowgate teaser is still up and has never been taken down. Yet the film itself was removed for hate speech. I find that very peculiar, very interesting. But you can go to BitChute and you can get it there. Now, that's why I'm going to say this bit. Because it sounds to me like a bit of a Streisand effect going on here. So why was it taken down? Because it's certainly not giving accurate information, especially about things like Ukraine. But anyway, I digress, because I'm not going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about something a little bit more interesting. Tech camp. How about everybody coming to tech camps? Tech camps are public diplomacy programs hosted in the Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs, ECA, at the U.S. Department of State. Wow. Well, let's go down a bit, shall we? So what do? Well, tech camps are hands-on, participant-driven workshops that connect private sector technology experts with key populations, journalists, non-governmental organisations, civil society advocates, and more, to explore and apply innovative tech solutions to global issues. Tech camps are focused on results, with participants identifying in real-world challenges and working in partnership with trainers to apply technology solutions to these challenges. Each tech camp also includes ongoing impact-oriented programs and efforts to help participants implement their projects post-workshop. It's just and stay connected and engaged with each other and their trainers. And they stay connected with the US State Department staff. Now, why would the US State Department still be controlling the tech camps once they've done what they're doing? Well, surely they're there to help. Why is they got to stay in contact with the US State Department? Well, let's go to the map. Here we have a map where all these tech camps are running at the moment. Oh, here we go. What's this one here? That's Lithuania. What's this? Poland. Tech camp Warsaw, journalists and independent media from Europe and Central Asia learn to improve reporting accuracy and transparency in digital media. Ooh. What are they doing in Lithuania, I wonder? Tech camps Visaginist, but it's not telling you what it's doing there. Oh, that's okay. How about Latvia? Tech camp Riga, journalists learn strategies to help increase investigative journalism skills, digital and media literacy, and outreach potential. Well, tech camps seem to do a lot about journalists. And what are they in Ukraine? What's that there? At Tech Forum Ukraine, journalists and independent media from Europe apply technology tools to improve investigative journalism and government accuracy. Oh, sorry, government accountability. Sorry, even bigger words there. Let's have a look. Let's go. Oh, let's go to Turkey. What's he doing? Istanbul, not telling you what's there. Tech Camp Cyprus, not telling you what it's doing there. Tech Camp Ramallah, business success through academic excellence will provide university students the critical thinking skills, tech savvy. Well, that's not bad. That well, that's good. Where's that? That's in Ramallah. Okay. Oh, Kazakhstan. What's it doing in Kazakhstan? At Tech Forum Central Asia, journalists and independent media learn low-cost technology tools to improve journalism. Are you not seeing the theme here? Are you not seeing the theme here? I am. But let's introduce you to Tech Camp Kiev 2012. Notice the flag. Now, I have stopped here at a guy called Alec Ross. I'm going to go into him in a second. But first of all, let's find out what Mr. Alec Ross has got to say. It's very important that you get what I'm doing at the moment, or what I'm showing you. Okay, let's listen a little bit more.
The things that Hillary Clinton has supported for literally decades are programs related to education and strengthening civil society. And Tech Camp is a way of supporting that at some significant scale. We've got
civil society. Has any of you ever heard of Civil Society 2.0? US Department of State Diplomacy in Action Civil Society 2.0 is an initiative to assist non-governmental organizations and civil society organizations in using new digital tools and technologies to increase the reach and impact of their work. Promoting social and economic opportunity, ensuring the safety of our citizens, strengthening effective institutions of democratic governance, and addressing the challenges of energy security and climate change. Civil Society 2.0, 2009. Secretary Clinton announces Civil Society 2.0. Speaking today in Marrakesh, Secretary Hillary Clinton announced the new initiative of the State Department, Civil Society 2.0. Under the program, State will provide funding and expertise to allow grassroots civil society organizations around the world use technology to grow and work more effectively. Well, if you remember, it says here, promoting all that stuff. So I wanted to, when you do the research, put these two pages side by side. How to build a website, how to blog, how to launch a text messaging campaign, how to build an online community, how to level social networks for a cause. Sounds a bit activist to me, doesn't it? Because that's what it is. Because who is the guy running it? Well, the guy running it was Alec Ross. He was an American technology policy expert who was Senior Advisor for Innovation to Secretary of State Hillary Clinton for the duration of her term as Secretary of State. After leaving the Department of State in 2013, he joined the School of International Public Affairs, Columbia University, as a senior fellow, and is the author of a New York Times bestseller, The Industries of the Future. The Industries of the Future has been translated to 15 languages, was named 2016 Book of the Year by Tribe CA Film Festival's Disruptive Innovation Foundation. Ross is a distinguished visiting fellow at Johns Hopkins University. He is also a board partner at Amplo, a global venture capital firm. Pretty impressive. Here's his Wikipedia page, which I won't bother with, but you can look at it yourself. And here's his actual Alec Ross page. I wonder if it will link because it was playing up earlier on. Bio. Alec Ross is a distinguishing professor at Bologna Business School at the University de Bologna. Among his recent recognitions, U.S. Department of State Distinguished Honors Awards, Oxford University Internet and Society Awards, Top 100 Global Thinkers by Foreign Policy Magazine, Tribecar Film Festival Book of the Year Award. Alex started as a career as a sixth grade teacher through Teach for America in inner city Baltimore. That's his bio. So we now know that there was tech schools, but we can improve that even further. Tech Camp Kiev. Here's a Twitter page that was set up. There's not that many posts on it, to be quite honest. There we have it. The introduction of it, September the 10th, 2012. Its last post was May the 16th, 2013. It has 19 following it. Kazum Lulekami, Irene Kutsiana, Trevor Noblik, Chief Knowledge Officer, ONA, Wayne Mossesberg, Alec Ross, Samantha Barry, Editor-in-Chief of Glamour Mag, previously CNN and at BBC, Susan Fillon, Nate Smith, Meryl Beth, Jamie Fine, Katie Dowd, Joseph Durando, Office of Diplomacy in U.S. Department of State, Angela Baker, Life Hacker, Shera America, Department of State, Tech Camp, and Noel Dickover. Interesting. All that for an obscure thing called Tech Camp Kiev. If we tap on that, I wonder if it still has that. And it doesn't look like it has. Okay, can't reach that page. So for some reason now I'm having internet issues again. But that's by the by. Now, I want you to listen to this.
Прошу, народный депутат Олег Царев.
Уважаемые коллеги, уважаемый Владимир Васильевич, ко мне как народному депутату Украины обратились активисты общественной организации «Воля», которые предоставили убедительные свидетельства того, что на территории нашего государства при поддержке и при непосредственном участии посольства Соединенных Штатов Америки осуществляется проект «Техкомп», в рамках которого ведется подготовка
under which preparations are being made for a civil war in Ukraine. When he made that speech, it was in November of 2013. Deputy Oleg Tazarov has the word. Honourable colleagues, Honourable Vladimir Vasilevich, in my role as representative of the Ukrainian people, activists of the public organisation Volia, I turn to me providing clear evidence that within our territory, with support and direct participation of the US Embassy in Kiev, the Tech Camp project is realised, under which preparations are being made for a civil war in Ukraine. The Tech Camp project prepares specialists for information warfare and discrediting of state institutions using modern media, potential revolutionaries for organising protests, and the toppling of the state order. The project is currently overseen and under the responsibility of the US Ambassador to Ukraine, Jeffrey R. Pyatt. Yep, the very same guy who was involved in the impeachment. But if you don't believe me how this has worked before, American instructors showed examples of successful use of social networks used to organize protests in Egypt, Tunisia, and Libya. I will link that below. You can read for yourself. You can also see all the actual propaganda that was created using Civil Society 2.0. US-backed Tech Camp Color Revolution revealed by Ukraine official. But this is the embassy posted a press release about the Tech Camp that took place on the same day it stated. The US Embassy in Kiev, in partnership with Microsoft Ukraine, hosted Tech Camp Kiev 2.0 on March the 1st, 2013. At the Microsoft Ukraine headquarters, Tech Camp supports the US State Department's Civil Society 2.0 initiative. Civil Society 2.0. You can read it for yourself. You can see for yourself. So I'm going to take you now to another site called Naboo. So you're going to understand the very big importance of why Ukraine is an issue that they are creating so much disinformation about. First of all, how America illegally created the situation by creating these tech schools because of Hillary Clinton and co. But I want you to watch this bit next.
Все попытаются задобрить заокеанского товарища, преподнося секретную информацию следствия. Давайте послушаем.
And another thing, it's just a joke. We released
the important documents from the former Regent's Party. As far as I understand, one of the key advisors of Mr. Trump, so-called Paul Manafort, is resigned today.
Yes. Yeah, I think he's gone back to Russia. I don't know.
There you have evidence of election interference by Ukraine. Because the day after that was released, Mr. Manafort left his position. Don't forget, they also have this situation with Antac and the Black Ledger, which needs investigating, especially the 4.4 million US aid money that went into that NGO, another government organization. You're starting to see a pattern here, how the NGOs are used to create the chaos and the carnage in other countries. And everybody thought it was about Burisma, but why would Burisma be the target? Oh, by the way, if you want to know what that is, the site is called Naboo Leaks. And as you can see, you have lots and lots and lots of videos here, all with Biden, even John Kerry and others, which shows the amount of corruption that was going on. But let's talk about Burisma. Burisma is an oil and gas company in Ukraine. It's just a small company. It's not a massive company. Let's go to history. We click on the history. Burisma Holdings subsidiary started exploration and production of hydrocarbons under joint agreements with state-owned companies. So it started in 2002. Let's go to 2016. Burisma increases the investment in Ukraine through acquisition of Cub gas from Serenus Energy. Burisma entered the operational cooperation with other shareholders, Cub Energy, public company listed in Canada. The deal with Cub gas will herald the start of a new era for Ukrainian gas production business. Okay, let's go 2012. A geological audit by there. Diggolia and McNaughton, which confirmed content of resources of 800 million BOE, 2011. Obtained an exploration license, 4 production licenses, drilled 2 wells. Oh, it's got 2 wells there. What's this one? The company's moved from exploration to production and obtained appropriate production licenses. How about 2007? Became top 10 tax revenue contributor to Ukraine's state budget. Ooh. 2008, drilling 20 new wells. Most of them are circa 5,000 meter deep. Charitable Ukraine 2017. Oh, this is such a great company. The largest investor in geophysical exploration in Ukraine. Burisma Group drilled 14 wells and started using 2 brand new modern drill mech drilling rigs. Sounds fantastic, doesn't it? Until you go to the board of directors. Alan Apter, chairman of the board, has 20 years' experience in investment banking, including Merrill Lynch, Renaissance Capital, Troika Dialogue, and Morgan Stanley. Oil and gas, banking, possible. Alexander Kwasniewski, director, the president of Republic of Poland in 1995 to 2005, member of the board of trustees of International Crisis Group. Why would the former president of Poland be on a board of an oil and gas company in Ukraine? Joseph Kofer Black, director, former director of the CIA's Counter-Terrorist Center, 1999 to 2002, and ambassador at large for counterterrorism, 2002 to 2004, appointed February 2017. So why is the head of the Counterintelligence Terrorist organization, the CIA, be involved in an oil gas firm in Burisma? Why isn't people asking why this is such a case? Because it is a shell company. Because if you don't believe me, because all of that goes through Cyprus. And here we have Mrs. Solofecius. Yeah, a member of the board of the Cyprus Bar Association and practitioner, so she understands Cypriot law. Why would somebody as Cypriot law, yeah, be involved in an oil and gas company in Ukraine? This guy's involved in associate in accountancy, so somebody who knows how to cook the books. But it's all about tech camp. So anybody that's pumping out this nonsense about ShadowNet was the one that did Ukraine, no. Because what you're witnessing on the streets of America today is not ShadowNet. What you're witnessing on the streets of America today is Civil Society 2.0, the creation of Hillary Clinton. You know, the same Hillary Clinton that lost the election in 2016, who wants revenge, because that's the kind of person our Hillary is.